Hey folks, it's Brad LeDrew here at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada. And today we're looking at our first 2019 Chevrolet Silverado. And this happens to be your LTZ, your LTZ model. And it has got the optional Z71 off-road package. A great looking vehicle. There's so many things to talk about with the new redesign. And I just want to walk around this thing slowly here and highlight some things. You can see you've got your front sonar assist up there. Park assist, both front and rear. You can see them in the bumpers. You got a really aggressive change to this body compared to the old. You can see the body lines. The sun's really helping us out right now. Very it's classy looking. And I mean, I make a joke here, you can say this thing is red hot. And literally, I really love how you've got all this chrome. You got the new chrome wheel here, chrome on the mirrors and doors, door handles. You got a nice dueler 10-ply tire here. Looks really sharp. You can see inside the sun's helping us. We got the felt line Kevlar backed, both front and rear fender liners, so you don't get that pinging and panging on gravel roads. Something else that's new, should see here, you've got your proximity sensors on the door. So again, you've got the new keyless entry system. So again, lock, unlock, remote start, and your power tailgate, which we'll show in a second. But again, it's a push button start. Moving around to the back, everybody loves you've got this cutout in the bumper in the old generations, but it's even deeper. You can see in here, it's quite a bit deeper. So again, very easy to get in and out. Just put your hand up here and step right into the vehicle. You can see here on the remote we have the double tap. So if we double tap on this, we've got a power tailgate, which is new. And there's going to be people that are going to absolutely love this. They're going to go bananas over this. And at the same time, if you just reach down and touch the button once, it's also will close up for you as well. So again, easy access, whether the tailgate's up or down. Very easy to get in and out. You can see you've got your rear sonar sensors as well. You've got your 4-pin, your 7-pin wiring. And I'm just going to drop this one more time. You can see we've got our factory spray and liner. And up high here, it's kind of hard to see, but up here you've got a camera. So if you have that camera up here, it does some really unique things for you, which we'll get into inside the vehicle. And if you don't use that power tailgate, you can see it's still an easy drop tailgate like in the past. But again, this thing's super light, very easy to close with your hand as well. I'm just going to back up a little bit here. For the first time ever on a Silverado, you've got from the factory, you can see your dual exhaust, and it's very sharp, done really clean. Looks really good with that chrome on the bumper. Love that. Let's move on inside. Actually, we'll go here. We've got our fuel door here, capless fuel door. And again, we know we have the diesel coming, and that would have your DEF fluid be a blue cap right there if it was the diesel model. Moving inside, you can see really nice chrome on the door here, nice soft touch materials, nice stitching. You can see here, very plush when you push on it. And this is a nice dark ash wood, really, actually it's really clean, looks really nice. Moving on over here, you can see, we can pull up this. You've got a little storage area down here. Your block heater now is just a plug-in for here in Canada, just plugs right into the front grille, just like our Equinox and some of our other product. You can see it's really large in here with that seat folded up. This is just, you can easily remove this. There's 2 little screws, and then you got even a larger flat floor area. But again, this is nice because then you don't have stuff sliding around on you. So pull this down. You can see here, very large center console. It's really sunny, I apologize here, getting some glare. Moving on over, you can see we got the heated leather seats in the back. We got a USB-C back here, another USB, another power outlet. USB-C is really nice because you can charge your phone 30% faster than on normal USB. Moving on over, something else that's new for 19 is you've got these little cubby holes on both sides. So open this up, you can put maybe a washer fluid in there, some booster cables so it's not sliding around on you. Something else that I think is thoughtful and nice design cue with this vehicle is you've got on both headrests, you can see the little button, just tap that. If you don't have people in the back seats, perfect, you got more visibility for yourself as a driver when you're shoulder checking. And something else that's new is we got a third headrest or a center headrest in the back here. So if you're a family of 5 and maybe that child that's sitting here in a booster seat is getting taller, now you've got a little bit of extra, obviously, neck support. Moving on into the driver's door here. Again, you can see really nice. You can see with my hand here, nice materials. I'll try to get a little zoom up on this wood. Really clean. I really like it. Dark ash. So, you know, it's a little bit of brown, but mainly black. Looks really sharp. You got your power, obviously all your power features here. You've also got your power folding mirrors and your power memory seats in 2 different settings there. 10-way power drivers and passenger seat on this model with your power lumbar support. You can see in there you got that dark ash and chrome on the center console here. Let's take a look here. So getting into some of the new stuff in the vehicle again. So we got our automatic headlights up here. We got our box light, fog lights, and then the dimming of your lights inside. But what's new is you got, instead of a dial before for your auto track differential, transfer case I should say as well, you've got this button here, 4 high, 4 low too. So right here it'll show you right up in your information, your driver information center here. And what's nice about that is, say if we're, just push it, you'll see it switches. And now you're in 2-wheel drive. So what we tell our customers here in Alberta is that if you're doing just normal driving on the highway, leave it in 2 high. That way you're getting the best possible fuel economy and your front differential isn't engaged. If you push the auto button, which you'll see it shift here, which you can do as you're driving down the highway, doesn't matter what speed you're going. So now it's going to be in the front differentials engaged. So again, if it's raining or snowing or you're on gravel roads, this is a great option for you. Or if you're mudding, going 4x4ing, you're out hunting, that sort of thing, put it into 4 high, and that way you've got the best possible traction. Just going to go back to auto here. And this jog dial up here is something that's new as well. This is really unique. Just finished driving this vehicle. Drove actually the Sierra and the Silverado back to back to see if I could see any differences. They're both fantastic. This one happens to be the 5.3. The other one I drove was a 6.2. And when you turn this little dial, you'll see a screen pop up here. And it'll say off-road mode, tow haul, tour, and sport. And what's really unique about this is that the difference between touring or touring mode or tour mode and sport is noticeable. When you're in your sport mode, your shifts are quite a bit quicker, they happen sooner. Same thing when you're downshifting, you hammer that gas pedal and it downshifts really, really quickly, and even probably an extra gear. And I'm just going to turn this again. And it also adjusts your steering as well. So it dampens the steering so you get a little more road feel, which again, some people are going to absolutely go bananas over that. They're going to love it. I really loved sport mode, I have to say, in the 5.3 and in the 6.2. I mean, it was noticeable as well. And then obviously if you're towing, then you've got your great braking and all that sort of stuff helping you when you're using you got your trailer hooked up. You also have a world's first ever when you do the trailer haul mode, is that if your trailer is connected to that wiring harness in the back, either the 4 or the 7 pin, it now is hooked up to the security system in your vehicle, and if anybody unplugs it, your vehicle's alarm and horns will go nuts on the vehicle. So that's really, really sweet. Moving down here, we've got some other stuff here. You got your heated steering wheel. You got this little button here, and you can adjust your gap on your automatic cruise control. And I'm going to put down this window here. And over here we got a button for your lane keep assist. So again, it will help steer you back into your lane. But if you are exiting your lane, it'll give you an audible and a visual warning. And that visual warning is this little car and star up here. And we also have a world's first in our 2019, which is the blind spot monitoring in our vehicle. So that's also something that people are going to absolutely love. Really clean. I'm going to kind of zoom out a bit here. Really nice center stack, I should say. And moving down here, we'll get into some of the stuff. So again, you've got push button start I mentioned outside. Again, some people will absolutely, this is a game changer or game deal breaker when it comes to buying a new vehicle. It isn't for me, but again, that's a fantastic option. You can see all your different options down here. We'll get into it. Trailer brake controllers here. You've got USB-C for, again, that'll charge your phone 30% faster than your normal USB. Got some extra power outlets. Moving along here, you've got your lane departure warning I mentioned before. You can enable or disable that. You got your front and rear park sonar assist sensors, and again, you can disable that. Also, something that's brand new, all of our trucks now have your, I'll go over here, auto stop, which is, again, if you're at the intersection, the lights are red and you're just sitting there instead of your vehicle idling, now it will turn itself off. All your electronics are still running. It's using a capacitor to do all that stuff. And then as soon as you take your foot off or you transition from your foot on the brake to your gas pedal, the vehicle restarts itself. But what's awesome is that you can disable that by pushing that button if you don't want that to happen. You can disable that power tailgate. You've got your hazard lights, your traction control, stability control, and it didn't show you, but in the box, you actually have one of these outlets in the rear box of all of our new trucks as well. And also you've got your hill start assist, and you've also got hill descent control and grade braking in your transmission. But this one's kind of nice because if you're on an angle with a trailer hooked up, if you that transition again from your brake to your gas pedal when you're in drive, or if you're backing up in reverse, it'll hold hold your trailer and your vehicle in place for 3 seconds so you don't roll forward or roll backwards. You can see you've got your dual zone automatic climate control here. You've got your heated leather seats, which is again 3 levels of heat, back and bum or just back, and again your air conditioned seats on this trim because it is an LTZ model. Moving up top here, you can see everybody loved the old infotainment system, and again, it's just a refinement. They've made it a little nicer. It's now an HD, so instead of being a My Chevrolet infotainment, it's now called the Chevrolet HD infotainment system. Everything's just quicker. They probably have more RAM, a faster processor in here. Really, really slick. And again, very intuitive. You have a home button here, a home button on the screen. And again, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So if you plug in your phone, that familiarity you're used to is in here. Something else I didn't mention, just going to open up the door, but you also have Bose premium audio system in this. And I'm not exaggerating in this. The audio system in this thing absolutely pounds. It is incredibly quiet in this cabin. And when you turn on that audio, you get that Bose experience, that crystal clear sound. It's amazing. Moving up top here again, this video is getting pretty long. We've got your normal rear view mirror, but there's a little button here. We just flick this, and now you've got a high definition, just like that screen I mentioned before. You've got a high definition panoramic rear camera. It's absolutely fantastic. We have it on some of our other Buick product and Cadillac product, and people really love it. You can just see what it looks like when I start to drive here. So very neat, very unique. And then because of that high-mounted camera I mentioned in the back, that's the part of your trailering package. So if we go over here, I'm just going to slide across and we touch trailering. This is a really unique thing. So you can go through this and go into a trailering guide and go through a checklist to make sure that you got everything done, everything's communicating. And on top of that, this truck comes with 4 extra sensors for your trailer. So it'll even show your trailer pressure for your tire here. And it'll even let you know if you've got a bad wheel bearing on one of those axles, because the tire pressure will increase on one of your axles as you're driving. So that's giving you a warning that you might have an axle go, or you might have, again, if your tire, if you get a rock, or I should say a screw or a nail, then you've also got that there to let you know that a tire is about to go flat. So that's something that's new. And also you got something new here, which is your camera system. So because of that camera system, that high mount camera, we can do this. So this simulates a 360 view of your camera, of your vehicle. And this also is, if you're, say, reversing, gives you a nice 360 view of your vehicle as well. You got other trailer options there. So right down the sides when you're backing up, really, really neat, really slick. And again, we can just hit the home button here to go back to our infotainment system. Say we're going back to the music stations. But really, really slick. Center console, you've got down here, you've got your charging mat for your modern phones. You can see you've got some cup holders, some more cup holders back here. And you've got an absolutely massive cavernous center console here. Again, more USBs, SD card slot for your navigation system. You got a light down in here as well. And this one's letting in a lot of extra sunlight because we've got the optional sunroof on this trim as well. So there's so many things to talk about. Again, I recommend you get down to your local Chevrolet store and get behind the wheel one of these and play around with this, your driving modes. It's very noticeable. And I actually think it's an awesome addition. General Motors said they spent over 60,000 hours refining the differences between these rides, and that's just better for us as owners. So there you go. That's, again, a long walkthrough today, but I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you checking out this video, and we'll have more coming, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison of this one and the old outgoing 2018. So there you go. Thank you for checking out our videos at Western GM, and this is Brad. Have a great day.